Hey everybody, this is Mr. McKee again with Net 225. Today I'm going to be going over the packet tracer 3.3.12, which is VLAN configuration. Alright, I have up my activity window for the packet tracer as well as the packet tracer desktop. Alright, our topology, you have three switches. You have S1 in the center, connected to S2 and S3 through trunk connections, and then out of S2 you have PC1, PC2, PC3 from switch 2 with access ports, and switch 3 goes to PC4, PC5, and PC6. You have an IP phone there between S3 and PC4, so I have to configure that also. Alright, and looking at the VLANs, I know we have to look at our addressing table, which shows our VLANs right there for each PC. Just note that PC1 is on VLAN 10 and PC4 is on VLAN 10. PC2 is on 20, PC5 is on 20, and finally PC3 is on VLAN 30 as well as PC6 is on VLAN 30. Alright, so what we're going to do, VLANs are virtual LANs. They can segment our network. So say if you were a faculty member or a staff member, you want access to certain things that you don't want students to have access to, things like that. Or if you have visitors coming in the building, you don't want them to directly be able to access a secure part of your network. So that's good reasons to use VLANs. It helps direct data also, so you don't have data just going over the network where it doesn't need to go. Alright, so let's start going through this packet tracer. Alright, so background, VLANs are helpful in the administration of logical groups, allowing members of a group to be easily moved, changed, or added. This activity focuses on creating and naming VLANs and assigns access ports to specific VLANs. Alright, on switch 1, issue the command that displays all VLANs configured. By default, all VLANs are assigned to VLAN 1. So that's one thing to remember. By default, all interfaces are assigned to VLAN 1. So let's click on switch 1, which is in the center. Alright, just note it, the switch version, things like that. Hit enter to get to the command prompt. Alright, we're going to do enable. Whoop. Let's try that again. Give it a second. Alright, let's go switch 1. And what I just did, I just restarted my machine. I rebooted all the machines on packet tracer. Alright, so hit enter, enable. If I did it again, that would be bad. Alright, so we want to show all the VLANs. Show VLAN brief. Alright, so we can see right here VLAN 1. It's our default VLAN, it's active. It has all our, we have 24 fast Ethernet 10100 interfaces and 2 gigabit interfaces. Alright, these are other like old FDDI token ring, stuff like that. We're not going to worry about these right now. Alright, they're just there. Alright. So notice each PC can ping the other PC that shares the same subnet. Okay, so in this case, PC1 and PC4 can ping the same subnet. So let's just verify that. Ping 172.17.10.24. Alright, we can ping from PC1 to PC4. We'll just do another one. Let's see if PC3 and PC6 are on the same subnet. And also note this too. Alright, subnet mask of 255.255.255.0 or a CIDR of 24. So you can have 254 devices on each of these subnet, which is going to be separated by VLANs in the future. Alright, so PC3 and PC6 are both 172.17.30.0 for the networks of those. So let's ping 172.17.30.26. you know what I did? That's not going to work. Now we're on PC3. It'll work a lot better. Ping 172.17.30.26. All right. Get responses back. All right, good. So as long as they're on the same subnet, they can ping. Now, what I did though, by mistake, I was trying to ping from PC1 to PC6. Those are on separate subnets. That's on a 172.17.10, and that's 172.17.30 network. So if I were to change this IP address to one that's valid on this subnet, I could be able to ping. But for right now, these two can ping, these two can ping, and these two can ping each other. All right. So it asks, what benefits can VLANs provide to the network? Well, in our background, it kind of tells us, but we can specifically make it where you couldn't, like what I could do. I couldn't, if I had PC1 and PC4 in the same VLAN, I couldn't change the IP address and be able to connect to PC6 or vice versa. All right, that's one reason. Also, moving traffic around, make it more logically grouped together, makes it a lot better. All right, so let's see, configure VLANs. Create and name VLANs on S1. So let's click S1. Let's hit, okay, we're on the privileged exec mode. All right, so we're going to be setting up VLAN 10, which is faculty, staff. And the big thing right here, names are case sensitive and must match the requirement exactly. So if you don't make them case sensitive, or you put all caps or all lowercase letters in for the names, it's not going to grade it correctly. So just remember to do that. Okay, so we want to type in VLAN. Let's go to global config with config T. All right, you can see that on my, it's actually showing config, the command line. All right, go to VLAN 10. All right, the name of that VLAN is going to be faculty with a capital F and / capital S and then staff. All right, just like that. All right, create the remaining VLANs. All right, so VLAN 20, 30, 99, and 150. And it shows us our names right there. So if we use the same syntax we used before, we can just do VLAN 20. I can do the up arrow to get back to the name. Make it a little bit quicker. Guest. Make sure that's all case sensitive also, so it's typed correctly. Name of that. VLAN 20. Oh, almost made a mistake. That's going to be students. All right, so that takes care of VLAN 20. Now VLAN 30. VLAN 30, the name is going to be guest, parentheses default. All right, and VLAN 99, which that's traffic that's not tagged in management traffic. All right, the name is going to be management. And native. All right, VLAN 150 for IP phone. All right, name is going to be, and that's all uppercase voice. All right. So verify the VLAN configuration. I can do an exit to go back to privileged config, and I can do show VLAN brief. Oh, whoops. Let me exit all that. Show VLAN brief. All right, now all our interfaces are still in VLAN 1, but we have VLAN 10, 20, 30, and 99, and 150 now configured. All right, so that's cool. All right, so we got that. Now let's see. Use the same commands from step 1 to create and name the same VLANs on S2 and S3. All right. So now what you can do to kind of save a little time, I've already typed these in. So you typed it in a notepad. All right. That's going to let us configure, if all these are the same for all the switches, I can just copy and paste this configuration into S2 and S3. All right, so let's see. S2. All right. So if I do, if you do Control A, Control C, click in here. Now you got to go to privilege global config through privilege config first, and then config terminal. Now if you do paste or just right click in there, paste. All right, there's your configurations in there. And actually, what I could do another carriage return. All right, so we did 2. Let's do 3. Oh, crud. All right, well, let's wait until that resolves. But let's do Control. Let's do Control A, Control C. And one of the first things I look at when I first log into a switch or router, I want to see what version it is. I'm going to see what kind of, obviously, machine it is, how many ports, things like that. All right, come on, resolve. There we go. Let's enable. All right, now I'll paste it. All right, so now it's in there. Look, we got 67% completed. That's good. I'm going to close that down. All right, which command will only display the VLAN name, status, and associated ports on the switch? I've already done that. All right, assign VLANs to the active ports on S2. All right, so let's exit out of that. Back to global config. All right, and we're going to do interface just with int f01. And so we're going to make interface a access port on VLAN or on VLAN 10. Come on. It's froze. Fast forward. All right, come on, buddy. All right, so we're going to do interface F011. All right, so what we're telling it, we're going to do this switch port. It's going to be a mode access or an access port to connect to a PC probably. All right, and then up arrow switch port access VLAN 10. Okay, and now what it wants to do also is assign the remaining ports to the associated appropriate VLAN. So VLAN 20 is going to be in F18, and then VLAN 30 is going to be Fast Ethernet 06. All right, so what we can do is we can do interface F018. You can type it in correctly, it'll work better. Oops. Let's exit out of this. Interface F018. All right, that looks a lot better. All right, so it's going to be And you can do the up arrow for your history. Switch mode access, because it's an access port. Switch port access VLAN 20, because it's going to be on VLAN 20. Alright, that one's good. Now let's see if I can do this right here. Face F6. Oh yeah, it'll let me do that. Alright, so that's going to be a switch port mode access to make it a access port, and that'll be on VLAN 30. Okay, so that looks good. Now let's see. So if we want to, let's exit out of that. Let's exit out of this. Let's do a show. Alright, so right now we can see that FA011 is on VLAN 10, which is right. 18 is on 120, and guest default, did I do that one right? Okay, is on 6. Okay, so step 2, assign VLANs to the active port on S3. S3 uses the same VLAN access port assignments as S2. Configure the interfaces as access ports and assign the VLANs as follows. Now we can do it the way we did it just now, or we can do it in a text document. I think I might want to do it in a text document. No, you know what, let's just do it. Let's just do it the way I was doing it before. Alright, so S3. Alright, so let's exit this. Let's do interface F011. Switch port mode access. Alright, switch port access VLAN 10. Alright, and then let's do interface 18. Switch port mode access. Switch port access VLAN 20. Alright, and finally, interface F06. Switch port VLAN 30. Alright. I got a spanning tree log error. I'm not going to worry about that right now. It's actually seeing, I don't have that port assigned for switch 3. That's fine. Alright. So, as shown in the topology, the S3F Fast Ethernet 011 connects to Cisco IP phone and PC4. If the IP phone contains an integrated 3-port 10100 switch, so there's a switch built into the IP phone. One port on the phone is labeled switch and connects to F. This is actually an error. This should say F011. Alright, another port on the phone is labeled PC and connects to PC4. The IP phone also has an integrated port that connects to the IP phone functions. Okay, so the S3 port F0-11 interface must be configured to support user traffic to PC4 using VLAN 10 and voice traffic to the IP phone using VLAN 150. Alright, the interface must also enable quality of service or QoS and trusted class of service or COS values assigned by the IP phone. IP voice traffic requires a minimum amount of throughput to support acceptable voice communication quality. This command helps the switch port to provide this minimum amount of throughput. Alright, so what it's saying there, it's you're going to have to be running VLAN 10 through there and VLAN 150 through there. Alright, VLAN for this PC, VLAN 150 for this IP phone. But the big thing is, what it's saying is, you want to set quality service to allow you to have more, a higher number value, or a higher importance of this traffic coming from the IP phone versus the data coming from the PC4. All right, so you don't have choppy connection, because nobody wants to listen to a phone call where it sounds very bad. All right, so what we want to do is on S3, I'm going to go in here and do interface F011. We want to tell it MLS, QoS, trust, COS. And what that's saying is this right here. What we just specified in there, doing quality of service and class of service values. We're setting this up. Now we're going to say, all right, switch port. And we're telling it switch port voice VLAN 50. So VLAN 50 is going to be a voice for the IP phones, or one IP phone. All right, so we just set that up. Now we're good. All right, loss of connectivity. Previously, PCs that shared the same network could ping each other successfully. Study the output from the following command on S2 and answer the following questions based on your knowledge of communication between VLANs. Pay close attention to the gigabit 01 port assignment. All right, so looking on here, show, and this should be exactly the same, but let's look at it. Show VLAN brief, all that's the same, more or less. All right. Everything's active. Okay. Try pinging PC1. Try pinging between PC1 and PC4. One 172.17.10.24. So all of the access ports are assigned and the appropriate VLANs. Were the pings successful? All right, and I'll let you guys answer why that is, or so all of the access ports are assigned to the appropriate VLANs. PC1 and PC4 are on the same VLAN. Why can't you get through there? All right. Could you resolve the issue? All right. Not a graded part of that, but it'd be good to understand how that is. You can post that in the comments or in the discussion board, but I want to make this video as short as possible, so thanks for watching. And what you want to submit is this PKA file, a screenshot of, you could do either this or check results. All right, right here it should say your name. All right, if you have any errors, it will be displayed down there. All right, and there's not really any questions that are graded for this assignment, so you don't have to submit a Word document for this packet tracer. All right, but thanks for watching.